Here we are. What's up, everybody? This is 365 Days of Little Less Loneliness. My name is Mars Hall. I am Funkstronaut, and today is day 365. And it's been an incredible year, and this has been an amazing experience for myself. And I just want to explain how it all started, where I am now, and what's happening next. So, 365 days ago, I was in a really, really dark place. I was in probably the worst place in my entire life. I did not want to be a part of living anymore, frankly, just to say it as frankly as possible. And it was interesting because I had just recently lost a friend, Alex Gonzalez, and he was such a kind person, and some of the stuff that was said about feeling lonely and about feeling isolated, I took very personally because I saw him a few weeks before he had passed. And, you know, to hear that somebody felt that way, thank you, Laurel, to hear that somebody felt that way made me feel like I wasn't doing enough to be a good friend, and it made me feel terrible. And I started doing this in the hopes that it would help more people not feel lonely and not feel the way that I felt. I felt that if I could help other people not feel lonely, it would help me. And it was selfish intentions. So after Alex passed away, I started playing this song every single day in the hopes that a few things would happen. One, it would help people not feel lonely and help other people understand that other people feel like this, you know, maybe create like a forum for people to discuss their loneliness and to just come together and not feel lonely for, you know, maybe however long the video is, 5 minutes, whatever, you know, just so people did not have to feel what I was feeling at the time. I'm sorry, I'm gonna get really emotional through this entire thing. And unfortunately, throughout the year, we've all lost people. And I felt like these people that are tagged in this video all expired via similar circumstances. And it just pains me. And today I had the realization that, you know, this is day 365, but the work is we're just getting started. You know, there's so much work to be done because people are feeling super lonely all the time, especially now more than ever. So I feel like this was a very healing, therapeutic thing for me. And unfortunately, people we've lost along the way have taught me something, and that, you know, I am never truly alone, and that these people are always here in my heart. Today, I was out running, and I kept thinking about these people so much because these people gave so much of themselves to other people to make them happy. And that is so inspiring to me. So, before we play the song and before we talk about what's going to happen after this, I just wanted to say thank you to these people and say a few things. It's actually really sad because I had one of the people on this list, Jacob, at the funeral, his best friend Dallas Ackerman got up and said, you know, if he didn't say anything, he would regret it for the rest of his life. And I feel a little bit of that regret right now for not saying this about any of these people when I could have had the opportunity to say it to them. Besides the fact that I love you and that you're not alone, there's more stuff that needs to be said. So, share just some stories about these people and things I wish they could have heard. But I know they're hearing it now because they're all in here for the rest of forever, and that's what's important. So to Alex Gonzalez, I'm sorry you felt alone. I'm sorry you didn't feel like you had enough people there. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Thank you for teaching me how to use the Boss RC300. You actually inspired me to get one. And just thank you for being kind. Someone with your level of virtuosity in playing, you know, it seems like a person with your ability would just kind of brush off people like me, or people who did not have the ability that you had and the gifts that you were given. And you just were so kind, no matter what. No matter if my question was so stupid, you were always kind, and you were always very giving. And for that, I thank you for that, because I've learned so much from you. The next person on my list is Tootsie Dare Johnson. And Tootsie, I didn't know you that well. I'm gonna be completely honest. But every time I saw you, you always greeted with a smile, like we were old friends, with a big heart, big hug, and a very warm, positive energy. And that was always very comforting. You know, no matter what BS was going on in my head, no matter where I was emotionally or spiritually, you always seemed to be in a place to prop other people up. And that in itself is inspiring to me. So thank you for that. Derek Hunter, a person I only had brief pass-bys with multiple times over multiple years. But again, always greet it with a smile. Always the first thing that you would say to you is, hey man, how are you doing? You always asked how I was doing, and you were always genuinely interested and you cared. And that's important. It's almost like you cared about me more than you cared about what was going on in your own life. And that is something that I can learn from. And I thank you for that. Because that's hard in this day and age. It's really hard in this day and age, I think, for a lot of people to put others before themselves. And these people, all these people did that for me. And it's very important that that is understood, and that is what's associated with their lives and their story and their legacy, that these people gave so much of themselves to other people. And that is inspiring to me. Jacob Michael, you're one of the kindest people that I've ever interacted with in my entire life. You were always so nice, and always just putting yourself on the line for other people. And I remember one time you offered me a gig at a place, we're not going to say the place, that doesn't matter, but they told you to find live music, you went and did it, and then, you know, they went back on their word, and you called me and you were so apologetic, and you felt so bad about this situation, whereas I was like, it's okay, I'm busy enough, I'm just glad you were trying to stick your neck out for me and give me another opportunity to work. So I can't thank you enough for that, for just really sacrificing a lot for other people that, you know, you cared about human beings in a way that other people don't. And that is a very important thing that I've learned from you, and I will carry with me. So thank you, Jacob. And Ted Lee, my brother. This one hit me really hard because I found out relatively recently, and this guy's energy was infectious. Anybody who knew Ted Lee would know how infectious his energy was. That person, Ted, you could walk into a room that hadn't seen light for years and just ignite the room on fire with your energy and your laugh, and how kind you were to people, how kind you were to me. When I first met you, we instantly connected. You started calling me brother, and it made so much sense. And people who we worked with, they saw it too, and they knew it. And it pained me to hear about this. I heard about this relatively recently. So I miss you, dude, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I didn't keep up with you when I moved. Because I saw you right before I moved. I saw you at Wild Wings, one of my last gigs there, and I talked to you and Lynn about moving, and I told you it wasn't good for me in Hilton Head, and it wasn't good for me to be there, and you were really supportive of it, and you were like, you're going to do great in Austin. You're going to do amazing things. And for that, I thank you, Ted. And this recent one, this one, it's not a person, but it doesn't mean that they don't hold a special place in my heart, is Candace's dog, Pappy Deschler. 18 and a half years old. That dog had energy all the way up to the last second. And that in itself is inspiring. Anytime I feel like I'm tired or I don't want to do something, this sounds so crazy because I only knew you for a year, and you're a dog, so this might not even make sense. You don't even have Facebook, but this is just how I feel. You gave so much of your life. You gave every ounce, every drop of your life, and every ounce that you gave was going towards making the woman I love and myself happy. Even if it was only for me for a year, that was such a moving learning experience. So anytime I'm tired, anytime I feel like giving up, I just think, what would Pappy do? And Pappy would give his all. So I never have any excuse. Because if you, 18 and a half years old, broken back, you had a broken back, and then you come back from that and you are high energy and active, it is a mind-boggling thing. Mind-boggling. So, to Alex, Tootsie, Derek, Jacob, Ted, and Pappy, I thank you. I was sitting in my car, crying today, thinking about how lucky and fortunate I am to be where I am 365 days later. And to be appreciative that I learned so much from you, and that I will always hold all of you in my heart. It was almost interesting. Anytime I felt tired today, if you've ever seen Harry Potter, when he's fighting Voldemort and like all his deceased friends and families, they come out of the end of the wands and they give him that little extra push. You guys were there for me today, and I can't thank you enough. That's always going to be there, so thank you. Now, moving forward, I'm going to upload this video to YouTube, in addition to all the episodes of Little Less Loneliness. We're going to do a contest, because I've been fortunate enough to have great friends, family, and support through this crazy COVID 2020 that is happening. I moved to Austin, Texas, the live music capital of the world, to further my abilities in live music, to continue to grow, to interact with different styles, different people, and the world just stopped. But that doesn't mean I have to stop. So I've been pivoting. I've been shifting my focus. And I felt so much gratitude for the people, for their donations. Very, 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 very generous donations, that I figured the only thing I could do for struggling musicians right now is give them the opportunity to be receiving of what I've received. So we're going to do a cover contest. It's going to go on for a month. the second I post the Facebook or the YouTube link, you guys start sharing that like wildfire. So it's a cover contest. If this video gets over 365 views on, well, let me stop. This is going to happen either way. You upload the video, here are the rules to the contest. You cover the song, whatever style you want, country, metal, instrumental, jazz, pop, dubstep, whatever you want to do. You want to do a remix of the song, great. Whatever authentically expresses who you are as an artist, as a musician, that you submit that cover. The one that we decide is the best, I'm going to match the donation that I received that really, really helped. So I will give the individual or band or whatever who wins this contest $100 to do as they please, to buy groceries, to pay a small portion of a bill, whatever it may be. I'll direct Venmo you, Cash App, PayPal. I don't have Zelle or any of that stuff. Like, it'd be easier if you had any of those, to be completely honest. But whoever wins, wins. I will send you $100, and that's that. But if this video on YouTube gets over 365 views and over 365 shares, I will give the winner $365. $1 for every single day in the year. And I know it's not a lot of money. I'm not like David Dobrik giving out Teslas or Mr. Beast just showing up giving people hundreds of thousands of dollars in pennies. I know it's only $365, but right now during these times, I know how much it helps, even if it's a little bit. So the contest is a month long. It starts as soon as you see the YouTube link. You share that link. And the only other rules are you have to follow me on Spotify, Instagram, Facebook, and you have to be subscribed on YouTube. So those 4 things, Spotify, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. All those links are always in this video, and they will be in the video description on YouTube. You share the video, and you email your submission of your cover to thefunkstronaut@gmail.com. So thefunkstronaut@gmail.com. You do those 4 things. You follow me on those 4 things: Spotify, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. You email me your cover. You share this video. And by September 14th, someone will be winning $100. Or, if this video gets over 365 shares, $365. No rules. I'm going to try to get some guest judges so it doesn't seem biased, and I already have some in mind. And I am on TikTok. I'm not going to make people follow me on TikTok. I just mess around over there. But if you want to follow me on TikTok, it's Funkstronaut. But that's it. That's the contest moving forward. So, when you see the YouTube link, share that bad boy. Tell your aunts and grandmas to share it too, even if they have no idea. Because, I mean, that just increases the spreading of this message, which is the most important thing, that you are not alone in this world. Like I said, if it gets over 365 shares, I'll give you $365. So, without further ado, this is 365 Days of Little Less Loneliness. Day 365. My name is Mars Hall. Thank you all so much for joining me on this journey. We'll see what's next. We're doing a live Q&A right after this song because it's about to be 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Here we go. Lately I've been wondering what you've been random flash on that small silver screen. Guess who? I've got no questions, 'cause I know what you've been doing. Yeah, ripped in me of selfishness, tough to share you with the rest. I'd rather not be alone, with a little less loneliness in our lives. It's one less lonely, sleepless night. One call away, I'll pick up that phone. You don't have to be alone. I said you don't have to be alone. Acting cold, but you got me hot. Ghost memories best. Yeah, I try to block them out. It's all I think about. Can't let it hurt, feel the pain, and I numb myself. There was between us. Oh, we have our reasons. I wanna talk about it, but that's reason for leaving. Bottled up like a genie, trying to get these wishes. We can do it together. We both had the vision of a little less loneliness in our lives. It's one less lonely, sleepless night. One go away, I'll pick up that phone. You don't have to be alone. I said you don't have to be alone now. You don't have to be alone, 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 alone. I said a little less loneliness could go a long way. Little less loneliness could change the whole day. We're always craving more and more. So yes, I'm trying to stress a little less loneliness. I don't want to feel alone. I don't want to feel alone. I don't want to feel so alone no more. No more. No. With a little less loneliness in our lives, it's one less lonely, sleepless night. One call away, I'll pick up that phone. You don't have to be alone. I said a little less loneliness in our lives is one less lonely, sleepless night. One call away, I'll pick up that phone. You don't have to be alone. I said you don't have to be alone. I said you don't have to be all alone. All alone. All alone. You don't have to be alone. All right, this is 365 days, a little less loneliness. Now it's your turn, folks. Like I said, follow me on Spotify, Instagram, subscribe on YouTube, and on Facebook. Follow me at Funkstronaut. Email your submissions to thefunkstronaut@gmail.com. thefunkstronaut@gmail.com. And once you see that link for YouTube, like I said, if the YouTube video gets over 365 shares, $365 will go to the winner of the Little Less Loneliness cover contest. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. We're going to start a live Q&A over on the Funkstronaut page in about 5 minutes. So thank you guys so much for following me along this journey. And cheers to the future. I'm ask your questions over there. This video is getting too long. Thank you guys. I love you. I'll see you soon.